Hey everybody! Welcome to episode 19. Dude. And because we had some topics, I figured we'd do an actual intro.
Why?
Instead of just randomly talking.
Usually we're just fighting when we start. It's fun for everybody.
It is. It is fun for the whole family.
The whole family.
The whole family. But yeah, I mean, we actually have a few topics this time. Because there's actually some news.
I know the last two have been really...
They've been fun, though. I've really enjoyed that.
No,
like,
dude,
a lot.
Me too.
They've been really fun to do. So I'm totally down to just kind of go back and forth. You know,
Totally.
there will be episodes where there's not as much news. Like, if there's nothing at this point, if there's nothing we are super interested in,
yeah. I mean, we don't have to talk about mayonnaise, but we can always... You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
but we can always just talk about
always,
games.
Yeah.
But to me, like, there were a few topics this week that were actually important. Two of them you haven't even seen yet because I forgot to show them to you.
You sure did. So it'll be right...
As of right now.
It'll be right off the...
we're going to get your off-the-cuff reaction. It's a reaction podcast for Mason.
Ooh.
Completely forgot to show you.
A lot of our podcasts are reaction podcasts for Mason.
I mean, I suppose I could just, click on them while we're talking about
and while you do that,
what we're playing.
We can address that. For the 8 of you who listen, After Dark is going to be on ice for a while. We're having some technical issues.
Yeah. Kevin's
and
PC is
logistical issues on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be out of commission for a
Postponed.
bit.
Hiatus.
And we'll see what we do with that.
Yeah.
We'll see where we go from there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
right now.
But the podcasting doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop.
Not for the ZeroHP podcast.
For at least 1 hour a week.
At least.
You can fucking
We're
bet.
attempting to make this one a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
And there might be an awkward edit pause in the middle of this because my girlfriend's car is in the shop getting an oil change and I'm going to have to take her there.
Right.
Fortunately, it's literally around the corner. It's like a 2-minute drive max.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So
we should be okay.
But yeah, so
we'll
try to keep it a little briefy here. Little breezy, short.
There it is.
All right.
You're a rapper, Ian.
Yeah.
Yo, as they say.
All right. So
are you... Oh, hold on. Before we go there. Since we're cutting it short, I figure I'll bring up random shit. Are you... You know who Drake is, the rapper?
Yes.
Did you watch the short with him and Will Ferrell? Where they're coaching the NBA players?
I don't think so.
And they're like...
But I want to see this because I love Will Ferrell.
Dude, it is amazing. I won't do it justice, but they're like, you got to work on your high fives, man. And they're all like, what? Like, your high fives. And then they sample all these high fives. They have the black dad where they just slap and then they're grilling. And they're like, hey, you talk to Tyrone? He's like, man, you know Tyrone ain't got no minutes on his phone. It's good. You should definitely go watch it. Everybody should watch
I love Will Ferrell. Did you ever see the ones where he was coaching USC?
No.
Okay, I'll show you.
No, I definitely need to watch those.
In 70s shorts.
Did you ever watch Semi-Pro?
Yo, it's one of my favorite Will Ferrell.
I
think it's one of the most underrated Will Ferrell movies.
You ever been punched in the jejunum?
My favorite part of that whole film is when he
Love is sexy.
That's great too. He turns around to the ref when the ref calls a foul on him, and he goes, "Suck my cock, I'll murder your family." And then the ref calls a technical. He's like, "What I say? He's all complaining about it.
And him and Woody Harrelson.
You said SYC. So good.
Somebody hit somebody.
Somebody go watch that movie, man. It's fantastic.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
It's okay. So I think I know the answer to this question, and I hope it doesn't create a dark hole.
It will.
It sucks the entire show down.
We're both thinking the same thing.
But what have you been playing, Mason?
Oh man! Hey, why do you gotta say a dark hole? Why's it gotta be dark? That you have fun? Oh, you enjoy it?
I'm not talking about the game.
Oh.
I'm talking about what it's going to do to this podcast.
No, yeah, we will be very careful because there's not much more we can do on that topic. But obviously, I've been playing Overwatch. We don't have to get into it, but you and I and Doug, who we should have on one time if he's down.
Yeah, he actually expressed some interest in doing that.
That'd be cool.
He's got he wants to come on. I told him if he does, we can kind of shoot his information out there with his
Twitch
stream channel that just started.
And maybe for a couple weeks we take a break from Overwatch and then bring him on with an Overwatch top.
You mean a talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good week to not talk about it too much because the last time we got together was not great.
Friday night was not good. I think we lost all but 3 games and we played for 5 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of it was comp. We dropped a lot. I don't know if you're still in gold. I'm
definitely not. I haven't looked, but there's no fucking way because I lost points because it thought I was quitting.
You're right. You were getting kicked out of the game
banned
due to connectivity.
Even though I was getting,
maybe not connectivity, but
I don't know. I don't know if it was like connectivity to their server because my internet's fine. I stress test it the next day. Yeah. Nothing. No problems at all.
I'm hanging on by a thread. I'm at 2,000.
I got disconnected from every match.
Oh, God. Yeah, you did more than one time.
No, every match.
Yeah,
there was not a single match.
That's such bullshit. But I'm hanging on by a thread. I'm at like 2008. And 2000 is the gold threshold.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid to even play competitive now. Him and I played last night.
Yeah, for this season. For me, this season's pretty much lost. I'll play with you guys.
I want to keep
fight
playing,
hard. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll play with you guys. I'll fight hard. I want to win, but like I no longer going to get stressed out when we lose because this season's over.
But I liked the competitive aspect to it when we were winning.
Oh,
I love how we were all like, all right, Ian, go fucking Mercy. I'm going Reinhardt. Like I loved that.
Yeah.
But like now dude, Friday was such a bummer. Like
there was a lot. First of all, we got off on a bad foot because we played the first 3 games with randos that weren't talking.
Yeah.
So that is a huge problem.
Yep.
And then we found a couple people that we liked. Mm-hmm. They weren't great, but they were fine.
No, but they were good.
But we just weren't together as a team.
We had a good team.
We just weren't together as a team.
Yeah, we
didn't communicate very well. Not like up left or right, but just like we just didn't pick. We didn't help each other pick the parts right. It just wasn't our night.
And I think a lot of it, at least I feel like, and it could totally be just making excuses. The teams we went against, really fucking good. I mean, I felt like everyone on the opposite teams, for the most part, were playing the roles.
All these fucking baby characters, bro.
All these tryhards, man. All these tryhards. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing that. I will let you know. Actually, when I leave your establishment today,
yes,
I'm going to buy Dark Souls 3, which I no longer have.
Oh, okay.
I gave it away. I didn't give it away.
You can borrow mine.
Someone I knew wanted it. My younger brother wanted it, but he didn't want to buy it, so I was like, here, just borrow mine. And he's had it forever. He played the fuck out of it.
Okay.
Jeff and I were talking about it, the infamous Jeff and I were talking about it, who may not be a real person. And he, like, was talking it up and talking about the DLC and how they patched the multiplayer where you can actually, like, form a lobby now and, like, invite people correctly. You don't have those fucking ridiculous soapstone things anymore. Well, I think they still have them, but, like, you can actually invite people correctly now.
Oh,
and,
wow.
like,
okay.
I was like, what? I have to jump back into this. But
cool.
I'm 90% sure I'm going to do that.
Have you played Alien yet at all?
I have not been able to play Alien yet. What I'm waiting for with Alien is a night that's not multiplayer night where I don't have to like worry about, okay, what time is it? Do I have to stop?
Got it.
I don't want to stop. You know what I mean?
Got it, yeah.
I want to be into it. I want to be able to fucking shut the lights off and just get into it. And so I'm waiting for that. Kevin got me forever ago for my birthday, but he got me the Telltale Game of Thrones series. And I have to start that. I haven't even jumped into that yet. Yeah, I'm sure it won't take long, but I definitely want to respect the time. You know what I mean? And,
no, I get it completely.
Yeah, so I need to take a break from Overwatch, but I just
You can borrow my Dark Souls 3 if you'd like.
Do you have it on Xbox?
No.
You have it on PlayStation 4?
Yeah. From Software games I get on Sony platforms. It's a Japanese game. I just don't.
Oh, we could work that out. That's
if you'd like to borrow
up to you.
I haven't played it in a long time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely.
You got Horizon to play too, goddamn.
I know. I'm shitty, dude. I'm sorry. I get
how
so
you
much.
Play all these incredible games. You know,
what are you talking about?
Witcher. Did you ever finish Witcher?
I
no.
put 65 hours into Witcher,
Horizon?
and I don't think I made it past the tutorial.
That's
your
my
problem. That's my problem with Witcher. 65 hours. Ian.
I don't even know.
And I didn't even fuck anybody. That's not true. But yeah, I like to love all the games, man. All just a little bit.
But if you never finish
they all need a little bit of love, you know. Who has that time? When I've got Overwatch.
I've finished all the games.
I got Overwatch, Ian. God damn it.
I've finished all of those games.
Here's my problem, though.
Not Dark Souls. I did not finish Dark Souls.
Okay, yeah.
I've never beaten a Dark Souls game.
You beat Bloodborne, that kind of counts.
I beat Bloodborne, but I have not beaten.
And I have not beaten Bloodborne. I beat Dark Souls 1 and 2.
Bloodborne's so good.
Dude, it's great. No, I loved it.
Oh,
I fucking loved it. I don't know what came out.
I like it better than Dark Souls.
I think I got Bloodborne, and then Metal Gear came out.
I think Bloodborne's one of the best games ever, all time. Like, top 20.
There's an argument there for sure.
Top 15, actually.
It's one of the most different games of all time. There's an argument there for sure. God damn it. We're going down the hole.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to take us down it, but yeah, yeah, we should talk about that after. Yeah, Overwatch, I've been playing. What I'm trying to do now is not play Overwatch when I'm alone. Because all it does is make me angry. Mm-hmm. Like, I get really excited to play it, and I jump in, and I love it, and then I jump into comp, and I get really angry, and then I leave the game in, like, a sour mood over a video game. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Mm-hmm. But I love the fucking game, and I don't want us to stop playing it. I hope on Friday or whatever night we work out, we are still going to get together and play it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I like it just for that reason.
Yeah, 100%.
It's the only game that I've found multiple people to play something consistently.
Yeah, and we're all getting on Fridays, even those people we don't really know. They seem to get on and join our group. And but I need to not play it alone as much so I can get these other games done.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? And Dark Souls 3 is a game I've played. I put like 40 hours in that game.
Yeah, same.
I played it with,
I don't know if I'm halfway, but I put a lot of time.
I played a lot of it with Jeff, and I don't know why I fell out of it, but I did. And yeah, I want to dive back in. So many games I have to beat. Horizon, I'm almost done with, I'm sure. But yeah, what about you? What have you been playing? Anything?
ESOs is my main thing.
Yeah.
If anyone out there plays that game, the main storyline, I just got to a part last, I think this was just yesterday. My time, I don't know what time it is anymore, what days it are.
It all just blurs into one day.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, the first, like, few missions for the single player, like, for the main story of Morrowind are, like, alright.
Okay.
Kind of fetchy quest a little bit, like, but I feel like I do that on purpose because there's this massive twist in the middle of it, and you're like, what? Crazy.
Really?
Shit is insane.
In ESO.
Yeah,
Killing it with story plots.
So
man.
good. Yeah, the storylines are really good in this game, in Morrowind particularly. So, excuse me. So there's that. And then I've got bit every so what happens is every couple months for about a month, like solid, like 30 days, I get bit by the Total War bug.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to do anything other than that. Like, even when I'm playing, like, I'll play ESO, and I love ESO. I'm like, great, I'll play this. I want to level up. But I got to stop around this time to get on.
Even, I don't know if we want to announce it, our little plan that we talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something we may or may not get to do today due to a time crunch. But
for you or for...
Well, for me, if we have to go get a car and stuff, like, you know what I mean? But,
well, yeah, I mean, that would take, like, less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fine, but we'll see how.
But we'll see. Let me know.
We're talking about doing kind of like an intro series into Total War.
Yeah, like
for someone like me who's never played any of the games and would love to. I'm not in a position to own a PC right now, but I wish I did. And I always talk about. I know it's annoying to you guys. It's annoying to me too. But and all of my friends, it annoys the fuck out of me. It doesn't
annoy me.
I wish I had one, and if I did, I'd probably be playing.
I was that way for a really long time. It took me a long time. I mean, you were there the day I got the PC.
Yeah. No, I wasn't there the day of.
I thought you were there the
day
because
we worked together at the time.
Yeah.
And then you took a day off of work when you ordered it.
Because I was waiting for that shit to deliver.
Going to be home when that and I totally get that. But I think that day you got it, and then you were installing the OS and everything. So I didn't come over. Because you couldn't really do anything on it.
Right.
I came over the next day, and I was like touching it. And, like, dude, it's so big. Like,
it's fucking huge. I know.
But yeah, I was there day 2.
Yeah,
just think, man. She's like 3 years old now.
Yep.
2 or 3 years old. I've been around.
A few more years, I'll have to start upgrading it again.
Ugh.
I'm kind of looking forward to it. I mean, like, someone's show me how to. I know how to get in there.
PC gaming is so much cheaper, even though you have to add to it and fucking.
Well, if you have to upgrade it every 6 to 7 years, that's more time than a console refresh.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just gotta talk shit, man.
So
I just talk shit because I'm jealous.
Well, and I'm not even like a PC Master Race thing, but the point you were making was totally invalid.
It held 0 water.
Figured I would just poke a hole.
It was like when you would accidentally poke a hole in the bottom of a styrofoam cup. That's like what my point was. It's like, oh, you can't fix that.
And it won't cost me $600,
right,
you know, because like a lot of it, like the RAM, I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm fine right there. I don't have to mess with that for a while.
And I mean, yeah, you upgrading it would just be to continue to play Ultra, right? I mean, you
exactly. Oh, dude, I could not update it for 8 years, 9 years,
and you'd still be playing. Good
I'm
games.
Never gonna. I spent the damn money.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm playing Ultra.
I'm playing on fucking Ultra.
And like the thing is, like for me, for some people, they might think I'm crazy because I spent all this money on. I literally just play Total War. I bought all these games on there.
Yeah,
I've got so many games.
Do you really?
There. Steam?
Yeah.
Dude, I bought like 60 games, which is not a lot for...
Well, no, when you get them, for
Jeff's library,
$3 a piece. Jeff's library is insane. It's like a...
He'll never play, and he doesn't play anything.
It's like a Dewey Decimal
Jeff literally doesn't
system.
play games. Like he plays Diablo for like 6 years.
Diablo, League, Dark Souls, and League. That's literally...
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why do you buy these games? You've never played like any of these games.
We love you, Jeff.
But it's the same for me with my Steam library. most of the RPGs and stuff I just play out on my couch on my consoles.
Yeah, right.
So it's really just Total War. Civ 6, I just got it for like almost half off.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be playing that soon at some point. But like I said, back to where we were, I got bit by the Total War bug.
Oh, really?
And there's really no, like, when that happens, like, I don't know what it is. Like, there'll be times where, like, I'll just kind of be done with it. Like, suddenly I'm not in the mood to play it. I won't touch it for a while. But then something will get me back into it. And now it's like all I want to do. It's all I think about at work.
So what do you do? Just, like, start a new campaign?
Sometimes it depends. Like in Warhammer, I'm starting a new campaign with every faction. I'm getting about 80 turns into each one, which can be really long or not very long, depending on the faction and how it all goes. I'm just getting them all to like a certain point, because I want to be able to play with every different, because they play completely differently. All the factions. I haven't played a campaign with all of them, so I'm just getting used to that basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it'll be a new campaign, or I'll just get an itch for a specific one. Like I want to play Rome, or I want to play whatever. Like there's anything you can think of. There's probably a, Shogun, or there's so many. So it's like I've been playing it forever. I've been playing it since the original Rome, which came out in 2004. I didn't start playing it till like 2006.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Shit, dude.
Yes.
So you're bit by the Total War bug.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I'll play Overwatch because I know you guys want me to, but I don't want to.
That's terrible.
No,
it hurts me to hear
It has
that.
nothing. No, it's not because I don't like Overwatch. It's because I want to play Total War.
That hurts my heart, man.
I would way rather play Total War, but I will still play Overwatch and have an absolute blast as long as I don't get disconnected from every single match.
Such a bad night, dude.
Yeah.
I hope things improve, because if we have another one of those nights, I don't know how we're going to hold on, but I hope we do.
I think we will. I think we'll have a bounce back.
I think so.
I think sometimes you just have bad days and stuff like that.
I think you're right. We just went on a bad run and stuck with it probably too long. You know what I mean?
Completely.
We
We should have quit after I got disconnected, like the second game.
Yeah.
It's 2 consecutive get disconnect. I'm out next time. Not because I'm mad, but because I don't want to ruin everything and just
because I mean, you being gone for the 2 minutes it takes to get back, that fucks the whole game up.
Yeah.
When your mercy, a good fucking mercy, is gone, it's like, okay, well, we're dead. Like, that's what happened.
Yeah, it's. I was not even playing that well when it was working.
Yeah.
I was dying a lot.
No, we were all kind of off.
Yeah, I was just off. So, topics. We have real topics.
We have those?
We have actual topics.
You have one pulled up.
I've got 4 pulled up for today.
Right, that's what I meant.
And I've got them in order of like worthiness, or like how much time we'll be putting into talking about them.
No, I can see that.
Right. So, this first one, we just watched 3 YouTube videos from some YouTuber who was sponsored by EA.
Yeah, I had a lot of problems with that right off the bat. The guy should get credit. We should credit him. I don't know his name.
The name of the channel was Battlefront.
That was
Updates.
the name of the channel?
Yeah, Battlefront Updates.
Okay.
There's a lot of channels that are dedicated to one game. A lot.
Okay, but this...
Dude, wait till you get into Total War. Holy shit.
Right, but are they all funded by the developer of the
Well,
game?
no, but I'm sure he has his own videos, and he's got a big following, and EA approached him, and he agreed to that specific...
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
But that immediately puts me off.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Is that fair
sponsorship
to say?
is...
Right?
Yeah, Especially
Especially like.
But I was
EA,
I was looking at the information.
Totally, yeah,
presented.
Totally.
Anytime he'd be like, "But it's okay," like I just ignore that.
Right.
I just wanted to see the menus and see what he was talking about.
Now,
which is just a bunch of toxic bullshit.
You didn't like any of it?
Oh God.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get your opinion on when you immediately started video number 1, which was it talking about the kind of loot crates system. Mm-hmm. Did you not? Maybe it's just me, because my mindset over the last couple of weeks. Did you not immediately get an Overwatch vibe from that?
Oh, absolutely.
It comes. I feel like it crashed and then opened and then they fling out and they and the music plays.
It kind of reminds me of Battlefield 1 too.
Yeah, totally. But like more
the light and yeah.
Yep. More recently, for me, would be Overwatch. That's the first thing that jumps in my head. And I don't hate the loot system in Overwatch. I think it's great.
No, neither do I.
Now, so at first I was like, "Oh, cool! They're taking what's the word?"
I didn't have an issue with that either.
They're taking examples from a game that obviously is doing it well,
Mm-hmm.
and then, which you pointed out like immediately when it happened, which I was noticing as well. he's like, oh, well, you unlock an epic crate, which is really rare.
He was giving you different ways in which you earn these
right.
points.
And he had a particular build that they gave him where
he was
had
like,
a trillion credits.
He's like, you can earn them with his, I don't know what accent that was. Eastern European?
I think it was fake. He was a black guy, and he was just faking it.
No, I think he was an Eastern. I think he was like a Ukrainian or Russian guy,
sure,
or maybe Polish, something like that. Anyway, he
probably
was
from
like
Cleveland.
Yeah, could be. So he was just talking about, there's lots of different ways to earn these. If you log in every day, you get a crate, and you can get credits that way.
Which you get with loot.
He talked about every way you get these credits, other than the fact that you can just purchase them with cash.
Yeah, he didn't talk about that.
No,
which we know you can do.
Absolutely,
you absolutely 100% can do that. He didn't mention.
And that's, I mean, to be fair, you can also do that in Overwatch.
Yeah. No, and I think honestly, if
there's
I
a big difference though.
If I was developing a game, I feel like it's weird not to have that option, because if people are dumb enough to pay for it.
Yeah, I agree.
But what I'm assuming you're getting at is what they can do with those credits in this game.
Yeah. Now we need to look into. I don't want to jump too fast.
Yeah.
But I'm just assuming based on EA.
Based on a couple of short videos we got to watch, and they're past.
The things you're unlocking are like make your character better in the game.
Well,
more damage, better specials. Like effects that are within an aura, like a circle around your character, can if you have these crafting parts that you get from the loot crates, you can install those and make that specific class better at that specific skill.
They 100%.
And if you can purchase those, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I didn't realize you were done.
If you can purchase those, and you're purchasing things that are making your character better in game, that's called pay to win.
That's exactly what that is, and they 100%. It does matter how much it does the thing, but they 100% make your character better. They give you an advantage.
In game,
100%
competitive,
and you use currency that you can purchase with real money to do it. It doesn't matter. He showed the area of effect, kind of. I don't want to say spell, god damn it, but like
kind of like
ability that he had. I'm assuming it was like a detect enemy kind of thing.
Detect enemy, or like up shields of allies.
He
within
unlocked
the range.
like the epic version of it, and it was like 5 feet different. Okay, I get it's not huge. But regardless, when you're talking about damage boosts or damage reduction,
you can do double damage with your melee hits with this card.
double damage.
I was like, he was killing people with 2 hits.
Yeah.
But the one thing they didn't confirm, they didn't say that you could purchase those crafting things that make them better. So I will put that out there.
But you can purchase.
We're not confirming
that gives you the chance of getting the
yes, you can purchase the crates that give you the chance to give you the upgrades.
But you can't. We can't confirm that you can spend money on the scrap,
right?
That where you can upgrade your.
So I'm sure they won't do that. But that would be so. I mean, even for EA, that would be toned down.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. And I mean, but you're crazy if you think that there are not 300,000 people that are going to be willing to spend $500 just to fucking shoot these loot crates and okay, epic Darth Maul double damage, like stuff like that. It's like, oh, now you have these crazy tanks in the game that have the skill on top of the advantage that you don't have because they put the time in.
Oh yeah, if they're spending $500 or $200 or whatever. Which people will absolutely do.
Oh, 100%.
We've worked at credit card companies.
Yeah,
we've seen people.
It's not their money that they're spending. No, it's definitely not their money. Yeah. We'll be calling them.
There is a positive spin on this.
Okay, let's hear.
Which is the fact that all of the DLC is free and that there is no season pass.
And that is confirmed.
Absolutely
confirmed.
Yes. That's why this system is here,
right?
Because
they have to make money.
They need to make up the money. They need to steal money in other ways. So if they're not going to get it from season passes, which everyone fucking hates, and if you're listening, please. I know I've never purchased.
I mean, a lot of people fucking.
The only time I've ever purchased season passes is because I got collector's editions and came with them. It's the only way. I'd never do it. And anyone I know, almost everyone I know, has never bought one. So yes, there are people out there who purchase them, but I think there is a very large number of gamers who are like, "This is."
Yeah, I mean, I think we run in a circle of more conservative gamers, but like there are definitely.
I'm just a very suspicious. I don't trust these fucking people.
Skepticality going on.
I mean, I'm obsessed with history. Human history.
Yeah.
And based on the history of these game companies, there is no reason to trust them.
Yeah. No,
none.
I think you're absolutely right.
None at all.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I don't want to sit here and condemn it. I'm
Right.
buying this game day one.
Totally.
It looks fantastic.
Looks great. I'm excited. That Darth Maul gameplay? Are you kidding
And
me?
we knew there were going to be microtransactions, but I was really hoping there wouldn't be any form, no matter how diluted, of pay to win, and there absolutely looks like there's going to be pay to win in this game. So I don't know.
A lot of good, a lot of bad.
He did talk about progression, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, he said when you play games, you get experience and then you level up.
Well, just the different, but the fact that it integrated the whole star card system from the first game in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like skill sets, so you have like certain classes. So maybe don't know the correct name of it, an engineer or whatever.
They had like a specialist and a
Specialist, and I can't remember them, but whatever they were, I'm just using an example. So like if you have a sniper or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a sniper class, and like they have different skills and that are specific to their class. So as you unlock those different skills, you can play with different builds of those classes. So it's cool. I mean, I like that kind of stuff. That's part of the reason you come back and keep playing.
Totally. Yeah.
So that looked pretty cool. I didn't see how much physical customization there was. I didn't really go into that.
No.
As far as like like little packs or helmet or piece, like eye visor pieces,
Really
or anything
anything.
like that.
Yeah, you didn't.
I think that is in the game,
Totally.
but they didn't really go into that.
I mean, that was kind of in the first one, right?
No, it was
Couldn't you
terrible.
get like a helmet or something? Like a new
You
helmet
could take
system?
the helmet off, which any Star Wars fan would never want to see a stormtrooper running out with no
without a helmet on.
Ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kind of
Yeah.
fucking. It's just again tone deaf. That's what I was
Right,
saying
right.
earlier. Like
Okay.
EA thought that was cool, and they made the scout trooper. You know the guys on the speeder bikes.
Yeah.
You had to play. You had to get to level like 40 or 50 or something to unlock the scout trooper. I mean, you have to
Seems-
play the game for just hours,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tens of hours.
Yeah.
It was just so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
that's why I'm glad they brought classes back, because that gives them excuses to give you these different looks.
Mhm.
So now you can just pick the class that the scout trooper is if you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So-
That completely makes sense. Yeah. I'm excited.
This game,
I'm
I think,
excited.
is going to be a lot better than the first one.
100%.
Definitely buying it day one.
Cool.
And you know what? For people like us out there, if you don't like it, don't support it.
Right.
So don't buy loot crates. And
Yeah.
and if you do buy them, don't complain about it. It's one of the it's one of the two.
You're right.
You
Yeah.
can't break down, and that I'm saying that to myself.
Mhm.
As a huge Star Wars fan, there's probably going to be a time where we're like, fuck, I just need that one more.
Just
You
one
know what I mean?
more,
Like
it's gonna be
that
the
might
epic.
be there.
Mhm.
So I have to just remember to tell myself to stick to my convictions.
The gambler in me is gonna have a hard time with that. But I mean,
They know that.
I've- yeah,
That's the
and
mind
I've-
game they're playing.
I've never spent real money on like Overwatch, and I love that fucking game. I've been
Right.
very vocal about that. But
Right, I've never
I
spent
just
any.
I don't want to be part of the problem.
I just hope that the points you get in game are enough to realistically progress at a reasonable pace,
Yeah.
and not clearly be behind everyone who's paying.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep,
We'll
we
see.
will.
All right, next topic, man. Diablo 3, the Necromancer pack is out. Rise of the Necromancer.
Oh!
There's also a patch that added some stuff that you get for free.
Yep.
But then you have the Necromancer patch or pack that's it's $14.99.
2.6.0 is the update.
Yeah, that's the update
How much? $14.99.
for the Necromancer. Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Not bad.
to me, on the opposite end of this spectrum from the horrible money grubbing EA.
Right.
Blizzard has done nothing but absolutely support
Oh.
Diablo 3 with endless free content.
Every game.
So, like, I'm saying, if you've ever played this game,
All
just
of
go
their
out there and
games.
buy
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
because
No.
they deserve your money.
No, absolutely.
This is a great company, and they treated us with respect, and I will definitely be picking this up. I don't know if I'm going to play it right now, just between Total War and ESO and Overwatch, but I am going to buy it. Absolutely going to buy it.
You and I.
I'd love to play this, by the way. This would be
We
such a great game to
definitely
play.
fucking shit. We both own it. I don't know why we don't. But you and I were both previous huge fans of this game. We both, I believe, played it with our significant others.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah. And my girlfriend
For
and I
years I've been playing.
were crazy into this game for like a good
Dude, all
5 or
four of
6
us
months.
could play it.
We totally fucking should. That actually sounds really cool.
I'd rather actually hang out in the same room.
That would be cool. Yeah, because it's all on one screen anyway.
Yeah,
It doesn't
and,
matter.
and there's no split screen.
Yeah, and but anyway, for like 6 months we played this game like very thoroughly. Like anytime we had extra time, it was like, hey, when you know it would usually be Netflix time, she was like, let's play Diablo, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
let's do that.
Alyssa's just like that too.
Which is awesome, and I think for $15, especially when certain people like our fucking infamous Jeff, who can put the kind of time that they do into these games,
He's probably
That's
like
crazy.
who knows how many
hundreds of hours
and hundreds,
into
yeah.
Diablo 3.
Tim has 500 hours in Warhammer, by the way.
Does he really?
That's all he plays. He's not even into games anymore. He just plays. Remember that, like, the bug that I get bit by is a normal one?
Yeah.
He got bit by, like, a comic book radioactive version of the Total War bug.
He's Warhammer Man?
Pretty much.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, so...
Good for him.
I love this. Now, here's the reason I haven't played in a while, other than there are lots of games.
Do you think this is blown into the mic?
Oh, God, it is. It totally is. Go ahead and turn it off. There's a button on top.
You want me to just turn it or turn it off? Because, I mean, if we just move it and then put it that way, it should be okay.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll see what it sounds like. If you could hear a fan that's in the background, I'm really sorry about that.
It's 113 degrees here,
Yeah.
okay?
So just...
Chill out.
Yeah. It's just going to be for this week. I think there's going to be some background noise because I don't think we left enough silence at the beginning to clear it out, unfortunately.
Okay. Whatever.
So there might be some background noise.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Sorry about the interruption.
But I'm not going to die
Nope.
today.
Not going to die. Sweaty ball syndrome.
So the reason that I haven't really played Diablo, not because I don't think it's fun or because I got tired of it, none of that. For me, is there was a period of time where I didn't play it and I came back and there was all this stuff in here that I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I could try and catch up with seasons and riffs and I'm like, what the fuck is all this? I have, and not that it's bad, but I'm overwhelmed by all of this gateway of information. Like, whoa, okay, I'm going to play something I'm really familiar with. And I haven't gone back and, like, messed with it. There's season characters, there's challenge riffs, and there's new zones.
Yeah, well, the challenge rifts are part of the new update. And even the last time, I don't know when you jumped back in, but...
It's been a little while.
Yeah, and we were playing it right before Seasons came out on console. And at the time we were playing it, I really wish it would have been there because that adds a lot of replay value to the game. If not, you're kind of just replaying the game over and over again.
Doesn't really matter.
Seasons, you know what I mean? And it is a lot of fun, but Seasons add that competitive aspect to it, which is a lot of fun. The challenge rifts are part of the new update. It says here... weekly static dungeons that you have, that have you playing as a set character. So they give you a build.
You can actually borrow your friends' characters.
Oh, I thought they gave you one.
No, I think there's that too, but you can borrow your friends' characters and mess with them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go through on a timed run, I believe, and you kind of fight on a leaderboard of people who have, finished that dungeon within that time.
Yeah, so that sounds cool. They just keep adding shit to the game. It's it's never ending.
Yeah.
It's one of those games you could just play forever. I mean, it's one of those desert island games.
It's great.
Because you could just play it forever.
It's a great game.
So really cool update. If you're a fan of the game, I'd highly suggest to go out and support Blizzard. Get that. It's only $14.99. You get a whole new class with everything that entails. All the new armor types and weapon types and all the class builds. So it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to... And the Necromancer was always my favorite from 2.
Yeah, I never played 2, but I know. I know.
Classic.
A little too young. I wasn't exposed to PC gaming that much at the time either.
Yeah, for me, the only reason I played 2, I was very young as well. When I first played it, I was probably 10, and my buddy had a computer.
Oh, okay.
And so he showed it to me, and I got really into it at that time. So Necromancer was always my favorite. I loved just raising skeletons. I was really cool. I was really into Skeleton Warriors as a kid. Like, I thought they were really cool.
That could be
not the Jim Sterling.
Did you
one.
also murder your
You ever watch Jim Sterling
as a child? Or, yeah.
Whenever he's gonna say, and actually it's one of the only curse words I don't use because I just don't like the sound of it. Whenever he's gonna say cunt.
Yeah. Well, because he's British, so that's okay for them.
Well, but he doesn't ever say it in his YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
So there's this old '80s action cartoon called Skeleton Warriors.
Okay.
So anytime he'd be talking about EA, and they're all a bunch of skeleton warriors, and then comes in and starts playing it every single time. He's never said the word. It's wonderful.
That's
I
awesome.
Laugh. So that's not what I'm talking about. I just meant like as a kid, I always liked
skeleton warrior.
When I was really young, my dad showed me the old ass movie Jason and the Argonauts. It was like a '50s movie.
Okay.
But it had, for the time, it had this incredible claymation effects with these skeleton warriors that he's attacking, he's fighting, and I just thought that was the coolest shit. So like when I was that age, I was really into like these skeletons with swords and shields for some reason. So then I saw that and I'm like, I can control them. I can be their leader. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Sounds awesome.
Go buy it.
Topic 3.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Now, did you play Inquisition?
I played the shit out of Inquisition.
Okay, cool.
And I didn't finish it. Naturally, as I do. Did not finish the game.
Ow.
Played the shit out of it.
Ow.
Maybe
the story is the
70
only part of reason for playing that game.
4 hours.
It's not even that good of a game.
I know! I know! I don't know what I did. And that's
the story and the characters are the only thing that got me through that game.
And I apologize, that's combining a couple different playthroughs. Because I do that with RPGs all
yeah.
the time.
Oh, no, I get that.
I can never settle on a character.
Sure.
So finally I kind of picked, I think it was like some kind of battle mage type character.
Sure.
Oh yeah, you could turn into like a mage knight of some kind.
Yes.
That's what I was like, fuck yeah, I love this. And I still never beat it. Because by the time I got into it, something else came out. It got my attention.
Damn, that's crazy.
The hard life of a gamer, dude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have these problems that everyone else has for some reason. Anyway, it's not announced or anything.
Well, read the title. You should read the title for the people. Read it in a crazy, ominous voice.
Mike Laidlaw, who is the creative director for the studio that makes Dragon Age, was referenced in a podcast this last week saying he was quoted as something is happening with Dragon Age. They're hiring a lot of people. So they're ramping up for development. So it's going to be a couple years probably before we see anything.
What are the chances of a Mass Effect Dragon Age crossover? Go.
So, moving on.
We're not going to touch on that?
I don't
even know. We're not
going to
touch on that? Okay.
It's really
good talk.
stupid.
You used to be nice.
All right. Elder Scrolls Warhammer,
that's
go!
really stupid. Okay.
Lord of the Rings, Saving Private Ryan, go!
I thought this was a video game podcast and we were allowed to have fun. I apologize. I'll put my glasses and get my textbook out. I apologize, Professor.
I don't think they'd want to mess with Dragon Age's good name with Mass Effect being all fucked up now.
They don't want to tarnish the Dragon Age universe.
with horrible Mass Effect. It wasn't horrible, but...
Well...
It's interesting to see that they haven't announced it yet.
Uh-huh.
I really hope it's Inquisition 2 because I want to import the character. I love the character that I created. I hated the first one that I made, and I beat the game with him. I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, because I was just like, I didn't love Inquisition. And I went back like a year later, and I played it again with a different character, and I just fell in love with that character.
Really?
One of my favorite created characters ever, which is why I liked Inquisition so much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the game design was pretty poor, actually.
Yeah.
In most instances, it was just a bunch of fucking grocery list quests. But apparently, November 2014, Inquisition was the most successful launch in BioWare's history.
Oh, wow.
So,
whether or not that still holds following the release of Mass Effect Andromeda
is unknown, but given EA's general silence on its sales, it seems unlikely to have broken such a record. So we're reading from GameSpot on that. But yeah, not a lot of news, but just kind of an interesting tidbit. Like, okay, they're definitely working on it, which it's one of those things where you know that's true, but to hear it from them is kind of nice.
Yep, and that was, I don't know if you mentioned already, it was quoted on the 1099 podcast. So
yeah, the 1099.
go check those guys out.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what it is either, but they deserve the credit.
Yeah.
So go check them out.
So that's that. Last but not least. Ultimate Gaming Sale.
Ultimate Game Sale. Starting this week, more than 300 games discounted. Discounts as deep as 75% off if you're a gold member.
If you're an Xbox person,
which I am,
and you're on there, I would definitely take a look at that shit because those are pretty damn good sales. I feel. No.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
I need some Jesus in my life.
I do feel that Sony and Microsoft have absolutely seen the popularity of Steam.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Along with the rise of the digital market, and they're like, let's copy them. Because I feel like a few years ago, that wasn't really a thing. These big blowout sales on consoles like this. Doesn't that feel like sort of the last few years?
Because digital wasn't as big. It was hard to do something like that. You know what I mean? Or even
Steam,
advertise it.
I feel like the Steam winter sales have been going on for.
Because that would be more on GameStop, and they would never do that. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
right.
You ever been to like Black Friday on GameStop?
Is it terrible?
Or like a clearance sale?
No.
Nothing changes. They just put up a sign. It says clearance sale.
Yeah.
I bought Little Big Planet 3 for like $30 a month ago because it said clearance sale, and it seemed like a game that'd be fun to play with my girlfriend. Realizing that a week later, that game is $10. So I was like, oh, well, fuck you, GameStop.
I hate GameStop
God
so
damn
much, dude.
But not a great game either. It's a really shitty game. And
was it really? I love the first two.
The first two.
Yes.
The third one, when you boot up the game, I don't remember if this is in the first two, and I don't think it is. It begins with like a Crayola children's commercial. It's like these two kids playing in a tent, and they're painting, and the world is coming to life. Like, it feels like I'm watching PBS Kids, is what it felt like. It was really off-putting, and I was like, whatever, these games are goofy, it's why I play them.
For me, like, I thought Little Big Planet 1 had an incredible strong opening where it just opens up in a basic map with your guy, and
you're
there's
scared.
that British narrator.
And you have the
This is Sackboy.
I don't even
so good,
dude.
And he's all cute.
He's adorable.
I
Sackboy's
love
shit.
those games.
And those games are so much fun with the player created levels and everything.
Yeah,
so good.
endless.
In the
fun.
third one, and I don't. Maybe it's something on my console or whatever. But if both of you, we play multiplayer or co-op rather, and if you both jumped at the same time, the game would go into a loading screen and it would load for a minute, and then jump.
I heard
back
it had
into
a
the
lot
game.
of technical issues.
A lot of problems, and
they're still not fixed.
It is not recently.
It wasn't made by Media Molecule.
Must have been why the problems are there.
They gave it to some other studios with the Media Molecule.
Yeah, it was never.
There
There was
work
no
on the game that they've been working on ever since and have never released.
no kind of patch or anything like that. I think they just released it and then let it go. That's what happened. But it's a bummer because I was a big fan of the first two.
Yeah, the first two were great.
We can dive back into the sale here. It talks about a teaser for the video promotion shows. What are we talking? Oh,
So remember when I told you guys there might be an awkward thing? Alyssa just texted me. She's headed home.
okay.
So actually, we're pretty much just about done.
Yeah, no, we really are.
She's on her way home, so we have a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
So finish your thought.
Yeah.
But we're good. We're not rushed.
No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're pretty much finishing up anyway. This is our last topic. I was just going to bring up the games it mentions right off the bat from the trailer, which is probably the only big games you're going to see, and the rest are going to be smaller games.
Maybe
is my thought on it. But it mentions Rainbow Six Siege, Mass Effect Andromeda, duh, Rocket League, For Honor, duh, Battlefield 1, and Ghost Recon Wildlands, which did really well somehow.
Really well.
Immediately off the bat, I think I would. I've always really wanted to try Rainbow Six Siege, and I might do that.
Dude, if Mass Effect is 50% off, totally worth $30.
How long is it going to be $60? You know what I mean?
But I'm saying it's going to be probably going to be half off, or if it's not, then don't get it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
If that game is $29.99, you can't beat that. Even if you're not going to play it right now, it won't be that cheap for a while, I wouldn't think. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege should be pretty cheap.
Yep.
For Honor,
I've never been attracted to Wildlands really, because that's another game where you would need that group. And
not attracted at all.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I always like to look at the 360 games, see what's going to be on sale. So I'm interested to see if there's some good ones that are for sale there, and that I to own digitally. Sometimes I'll buy games that I own already digitally that are they're $5 for a game that I really like an Assassin's Creed Unity. $4.99. I'll just get it so I can boot it up digitally if I ever play it again.
Yeah,
for $5,
yeah.
It's like a conversion fee to digital kind of
Dude,
thing.
what I've been doing, which is what I do with Stardew Valley. Not that it's an expensive game anyway, but when I find a game that's on sale that I think I'm gonna really like, I buy it digitally just so I can never trade it in. Because I know myself, and I'm like, if they're offering 10, $15, I'm like, I'll fucking trade it in. But
and
if
then
it's a game that I get on a good sale that I know I'm gonna like, I make myself buy it digitally just so I don't trade it in.
Yeah, I get that.
Which is
I get that completely.
Yep.
All right.
I did that with Witcher on both consoles.
What?
I have Witcher digitally on both consoles, and I've never beaten it.
I know you haven't beaten it.
Oh, did you know that?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
At least I don't claim it's a bad game like some other people know.
I know that you don't claim it's a bad game.
I love the game, dude. I just haven't beaten it.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, any final thoughts at all, man?
No need for a cut or anything. I think that, we touched on everything, and
all right.
The rest of it would be the Overwatch cast, and I don't think people want that every week.
Well, and plus, honestly, I wasn't as into talking about it because the only thing we had to talk about was how bad it was last time.
Yeah, no, that's
so
fair.
Either this Friday night or Monday night, depending on what's going on with me going camping and everything, we will play again, and I think we'll have a comeback week.
I think so too.
And we'll try to get Doug on soon.
We should.
We'll have a big Overwatch cast. With
people would like Doug, and I would love to do an Overwatch cast.
So
a bigger one.
That sounds great. We'll come up with a plan. We'll do a special Overwatch cast.
We'll talk to the guy.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
Shortened episode, and we'll see you next week.
Next time. Later.
Later.